Survey shows American people today better housed than any people in history. When I first read that on the release, I thought to myself, they call that news? Everyone knows that. But how many people know how this amazing progress came about? Where does the money come from? The trustees of life insurance companies, savings banks, savings and loan associations, commercial banks, and pension funds must invest with a minimum of risk. Outstanding among such investments are mortgages, interest-bearing loans on homes, and other buildings. As this practice grew, a new profession came into being. The profession of mortgage banking. You see how it grew naturally in response to the needs of the country. It's quite obvious that these specialists, the mortgage bankers, play a leading part in the country's progress on the road to better living for us all. But what are mortgage bankers like? Well, about like any other hard-working businessman. Suppose we visit one, James Chandler.
This is quite an attractive office you have here.
Thank you.
Come in, Mr. Mercer. This your first visit here?
Yes, it is.
We hope it won't be your last.
Well, that may depend on you, Mr. Chandler.
There are several properties here I think you'll find very suitable. Just so happens there's a shopping center going up right near that spot. That would be convenient for your people.
Yes, it would. And that's the kind of information we need.
Have you been in touch with the city council?
Not yet. That's another thing we'd like to be sure of, a cooperative local government.
You'll have no worry here. George Christie, please.
How is the local housing situation?
Well, frankly, it's a little tight at the moment.
That's disappointing.
Oh, not necessarily. Let that be our problem. Well, we can start over there now if you want to.
Now we are beginning to see something of what a mortgage banker really does. The full and active life he leads, much of it behind the scenes, for the betterment of the community.
Here is the Simmons loan commitment for your signature.
Oh, yes. Well, this means a pretty little ranch house for those kids out on Clover Road.
I'm glad. They're such a nice young couple.
As nice as they come.
This is the way your payments will work out. The first year, this proportionate share applies on principal, while this part covers interest, taxes, insurance, and so on. Now, through the months and years, your interest payments become less and less, while the part on principal becomes more and more.
Now I understand it.
That's a good way of showing it.
I hope Mr. Sherman is taking good care of you.
He sure is.
This is a dream come true for us, owning our own home so soon. Thanks to Mr. Guthrie. He told us about this low-payment mortgage.
Well, you're in good hands when a realtor like Mr. Guthrie is looking after your interests.
We know you've always got something interesting whenever you come to see us.
Well, I've got several things here, Ed. One of them a new plant loan I believe you'll like.
Oh, get a couple of our industrial loan men in here. Send in Wilson and Tuttle, please.
The specialists come in and for the next several hours study the facts, figures, and exhibits Jim has presented. They ask him direct, penetrating questions, to which he gives his answers in the same direct, informed manner.
Well, Jim, I think that does it. You've certainly brought us something concrete to take to our loan committee. Thanks a lot, gentlemen. Have it all ready for you in the morning. I'm sure we'll have our answer for you in a hurry. Take a look at some of the projects we're working on with other mortgage bankers from all over the country.
I'd like to. I'm always interested in new ideas.
As Jim Chandler studies the fascinating exhibits, the latest ways for making life happier for so many, he secretly thrills again to being a part of this important business with men like Ed Stevens and his associates who feel their solemn responsibility, both to the policyholders and to those who benefit from the mortgage loans. It is a business, yes, but a business guided by the highest ideals.
Seriously, though, this money, the savings of all these people, when put to work in this way, well, it benefits everybody. The butcher, the baker, the candlestick maker. Every wage earner, every merchant. That's the reason I like this work.
I know what you mean, Ed, and I'll go along with that.
These institutions welcome the opportunity to spread their investments in government-insured mortgages. And the ripples of prosperity, like those from a pebble dropped in the water, reach out farther and farther to benefit more and more people, every trade, profession, and business in the community. So there you are. That's what I meant when I was trying to tell you what mortgage bankers are like, what they do. We've come a long way from the housing of our founding fathers. But the progress we have made in this country traces back directly to the ideals and aspirations to which they were dedicated. All of us who have savings accounts and life insurance play a part in today's great building program. And we can take everlasting pride in the knowledge that together with men like Jim Chandler, we are steadily building our own road to better living, now and for the future.